Yo, what's up, everybody? This is the End-to-End Podcast, and I'm your host, Dr. Yun Win, also known as Prolific Ninja or Ninja by my family and friends. Because my fans and my friends, you can call me Ninja too. This is the End-to-End Podcast, the alpha to the omega, the beginning to the end, talking about life, motivation, drive, success, self-improvement, and offering you morsels in this all-you-can-eat buffet called life. Glad to be back in the studio. Happy Valentine's Day as we were recording this on February 14th, just a day late or two. Because I was in Austin at the Texas Capitol meeting with state representatives, senators, talking about PFAS. So glad to be back in the studio. Glad to be here to connect the dots that are always around us to hopefully bring you to your pathway of success. Good topic today because it is Valentine's Day. We're going to talk about our love and why we should love and why we should not love. A lot of things about us on our road to success. But before we get into that, I want to start the podcast as I start my day. Every day I wake up. As soon as I open my eyes, I thank God and the universe for an opportunity to be great, an opportunity to potentially live up to my full potential, and then also hopefully inspire one person at least to live to their fullest controllable potential. And so with that, I want to thank you all out there in podcast land, in End-to-End Nation. Thank you all for liking, commenting, sharing. I mean, the support has been tremendous over our almost 3 years of broadcasting this podcast consistently on a weekly basis. So with that, I want to thank you all. But we cannot grow this show without you, okay? So I do this on my own dime, on my own time, if you're new to the show, which means I spend my own money to get this content out to you. There's a whole production team that you don't see. You've met my producer, Arib Mirza, on, Prolific POV or Prolific Prolific POV and Prolific, what is it? A Q&A, Prolific Q&A. And so, but otherwise, there's a whole team here, though, that helps get this content to you. And so we cannot grow this show. We cannot accomplish our mission of inspiring billions of lives across this planet to live to their fullest controllable potential without your support. So I want to thank you all for sharing, commenting, liking, following everything we post on all our socials. But that being said, we can't grow this without you. So we do this on a karmic knowledge exchange, which means I'm bringing this value to you. You do not want to owe that karmic debt to me. So in order to repay me, please do share the show. We like to say if you're knowledge swole, share the show. That's how we grow. But you can also support all the projects that my law firm, my team is working on, which is CureConnector.com, a healthcare IT tech platform that is making home care much more efficient. B, LegacyXToken.com. It's a crypto utility token that's tied to putting real-world assets on the blockchain. And then C, most importantly, PFASinjuryattorney.com or PFAS Lawyer on X. We are helping a lot of cancer victims. We're over 350 now, helping them in their quest for justice because their cancer, we believe, has been caused by the forever chemical that's been in the water for decades. Okay, so go to PFAS Lawyer on X or PFASinjuryattorney.com. If you've been affected or your family's been affected or your friends have been affected by cancer in any way, please do have them reach out for us. At no cost, we'll evaluate the claim and we'll go pursue potential settlement money for them based on the idea that these chemicals in the water have been causing the cancer. So that's how you can support a show. Share it or support the projects. Now, it is Valentine's Day, and love is all around us, right? We need to share the love, spread the love. I'm all about the love, okay? But if you notice my shirt, it says cold-hearted, okay? Valentine's Day is all about love, and the world needs to work on love. Love for ourselves, love for our colleagues, companions, spouses, families. Love runs the world. If we can make love run the world, everything would be fantastic. However, in the world of business, okay, you got to be cold-hearted sometimes. Okay? And that's the lesson or the topic of today, is that you must sometimes be cold-hearted. And what does that mean? Okay? Being cold-hearted to me does not mean being an asshole. It does not mean, being a D-bag, if you know what that means. It does not mean, being conceited. It does not mean being a bully. What it does mean to me, being cold-hearted, cold-hearted is equivalent to what? Protecting your energy. Let me repeat that. Being cold-hearted means protecting your energy. Because every day you wake up, you only have 100% of energy. It is renewable, replenishable, yes, but you only have 100% to give out. Okay? So you must be protective of that energy. Because if you spread it out too thin amongst too many people, too many, topics and subjects, you never get anything done. And so you never get to your goal of success. You never walk the path because you're too busy looking at the flowers instead of walking the path. So cold-hearted means protecting your energy. Now, could you come across as being an a-hole? Yeah, you could. I've happened to me a lot. Why are you so cold? Because I'm protecting my energy. Man, you didn't have to act like an asshole. Well, they were persistent and I had to cut it off because I'm protecting my energy. Right? And so what I want to talk about today is 3 different types of people that you need to protect your energy from. Okay? It's not that you're being an a-hole or being a bully or being conceited, stuck up, whatever you want to call it in a negative way. It is you protecting your energy from these types of people in order to stick to the plan, the process of achieving your goals to success. So the first person is the one that always brings up problems but never brings solutions. Okay? Number 1, the one person that always brings up issues but never brings solutions. That person can just suck the positive energy out of the room just like that. Because the reality is that as entrepreneurs, we're problem solvers. Okay? But as leaders, right, we need the input of those around us to help what? Make right judgment decisions on the path to go, on the solution. But the person that's always raising the issues, yeah, there's value in that, right? But they never bring solutions. And so that what they're doing is just loading on issues while you're trying to solve problems. And so if you're solving a problem one at a time, but they're bringing issues 10 at a time, you're never getting out of that hole to advance your goal. Right? What you do want are people on your team or around you that issue spot or bring issues or identify problems. And then they say, hey, look, this is what we can do about it. It's easy to be that one person that finds flaws or anything wrong in anything and say, look, man, this is wrong here. Man, what's wrong with this over here? Man, this doesn't look right over here. But the person that does that and never says, hey, man, this is wrong here, but this is what we can do about it. This is why this looks wrong here, but let's change it this way. This is what's wrong with this person here. Maybe we should talk about. You want the person that brings the issues and potential solutions. That's what you want. Because while you're trying to tackle, put out fires and try to advance the ball and move the goals, you don't want the person coming in bringing more anchors into your boat. You don't want that. Right? What you do want, again, is that person that comes in saying, look, this is an issue, but here are some options for solutions. Great. I will take that person all day long. All day long, because you're giving me information that I can make decisions on. You're not giving me information or issues that I have to go do more work to find a solution on. Right? On my team, those are the kind of people I want. And at the same time, that's the kind of person I want to be. If I've got business partners, if I've got people that are above me, superiors or whatever that I got to deal with, right? In court, there are always issues, like when we're talking to a judge at hearings. There are always issues to discuss. Now, which would be the better option in your mind? bringing an issue to a judge and letting him decide on it, having him and his staff have to do the work to find the right answer. Or, Your Honor, look, this is the issue we have in this case. And by the way, here's all the solutions or the case law and the rules that govern this issue. And so based on this, we think you should rule like this, like that. Which is easier? Which is the judge most likely to rule with? The one where he has to do his own research, or the one where you've already provided him the information where he can just make a ruling right then and there? This is the historical case law. This is what the laws actually say. This is how it applies to this case, and this is why you should rule for us. So be the person that identifies issues and provides solutions. And then also surround yourself with the type of people that bring up issues or problems, but more importantly, also provide solutions. So you want to be cold-hearted around the people that only bring problems. Shut them out, cut them off, or teach them to bring you also solutions. Many instances, hey man, thanks for bringing me into that problem, but I can't listen to you anymore unless you bring me solutions. Or hey man, you're bringing up so many problems, but if you don't bring me solutions, I'm going to have to fire you. Simple as that. Be cold-hearted about that. Okay, the second person is the what I call, yeah, but. I call him the yeah, but person. Okay, so when you're in growth mode, there's never a straightforward plan or strategy. There's never a this is the recipe for growth and recipe for success. There isn't any. It's very fluid. So along this pathway, you're always looking, it's a very fluid issue. So you're always looking for different solutions or different scenarios, or hey, maybe if we do this, maybe if we do that, maybe if we do this, what are the pros and cons of that? There's always somebody that is going to be there to tell you why it doesn't work. Yeah, that sounds good, but without any reference point of whether it'll work or not. Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it. Nah. When you are in growth mode, you don't want the yeah, but person. The yeah, but person only does what? Stops momentum. And when you're in growth mode, you need momentum. You would rather try and fail early and fail fast so you can revise, improvise, and reload versus never try at all. So the yeah, but person is going to sow doubt in your mind, right? And that's going to prevent you from actually taking action. It's going to make you hesitant. Man, that person, they were like a yeah, but I don't know if it's true or not, but they still said the yeah, but it just puts negative pressure on a growth environment. Okay? The caveat is if they are yeah, but speaking from a point of experience, now you take that seriously. So it's got to be a yeah, but I tried this before and this is what happened. Yes, that's a good yeah, but. Right? Or yeah, but when I was on this team, we looked at it this way and we found out that the solution didn't work. What we're trying now didn't work. Valuable. But the yeah, but speaking out your ass, you want to cut those people out. Be cold-hearted with those people. Cut them out. Because all they're going to do, speaking out of their ass, without any point of reference or experience, is going to dampen the positive momentum of what you're trying to achieve. I got no time for yeah, buts. I got no time for yeah, buts. When I've done my own homework on certain legal campaigns like PFAS, and I've talked to the consultants around me that are pro PFAS litigation, and I do my personal assessment, it's time to go. It's time to go. I don't need people around me. Yeah, but did you think about this? Yeah, but I have an issue with that. No, it's just time to go. And now we're at 350 plus cancer clients that we're trying to help. Yeah, but it is time. No, I got time for your yeah, but it is time to go. So be cold-hearted with the yeah, but person. Okay? And then the last is the last person you got to be cold-hearted with or people that you want to be cold-hearted with. Again, that's not being an asshole, not being pompous with, not being a bully with. It's just people you have to preserve your energy against. Okay, so be cold-hearted against the people that what? Do not live to your values. Okay? To be successful, you have to have a high standard. There's no compromise on that, right? There's the standard of the 10%, there's the standard of the 50%, there's the standard of the 90%, and then there's the standard of the top. At whatever level you're at. And we talked about that. Every level has its own standard. So when you're up here trying to get to that top level standard, people that are living at that 10% standard down below, you got no time for that. You got no time for that. Because why? When you're up here and people's standards are down here, you can either A, try to put all that effort to pull them up, which is very hard to do because people don't elevate unless they want to. Okay? I'm going to say that again because that's very important. People cannot elevate their standards unless they want to. You cannot drag somebody up to your standard. Cannot. Doesn't happen. Doesn't. Even if it happens once, it will not be consistent because it's not their own internal drive to raise their standard. So you will constantly be spending energy trying to lift them up. Wasted energy when you've got your own problems and goals to hit. Okay? Or two, they will drag you down to their standard. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want. So, what happens? You need to be cold-hearted to people that are not, through their own internal drive or internal motivation. I hate the word motivation. It's got to be drive. Internal drive to raise up to your standard. Okay, everybody below your standard, got to cut them off. Got to be cold-hearted. You're not being an asshole. You're just saying, hey, listen, I live by this standard, and I'm trying to get up to the next level standard. So I don't have time to be anchored down by your standard. So either you raise up or I got to leave you behind. I'm not being an asshole. I'm not being a bully. I'm not thinking that I'm better than you. I just live a different way than you, which is fine. Everybody's different. Everybody's his own individual. Everybody makes their own choice. But you cannot associate with people that are not to your standard. Okay? Now, in the world of business, if you're a boss or an owner, the people you hire may not be at your standard. Okay? But they have talent. So it's a compromise, right? So the idea here is, are they coachable to get up to your standard fast? Because if not, you hire the wrong person, they drag your whole organization down. Okay? So you got to be cold-hearted with that type of person, the one that's not up to your standard, because excellence requires standards with minimal room for error, like very minimal room for error. I'll give you an example. Last night, unfortunately, my son played his last high school basketball game. They lost by 1 point in a play-in game for the playoffs. Lost by 1 point. Game they should have won. Right? And we can talk about that on another day when we bring him into the show. Very disappointing. Not the way we wanted senior year to end. Okay? Comes in last night saying, hey, listen, man, let's get a lift in tomorrow. Can we work out? I'm like, yeah. 8:15. Got to walk your sister to school. Once you get back, we go. Okay. 8:15 rolls around. I'm not home yet. Okay, cool. Because I'm still walking back from walking his sister to school. And, but I'm ready 8:20. 8:20, he's barely awake, moving around slow, slowly eating breakfast, doesn't bring the energy like, hey, let's go ready to work out. So I just leave and go work out. I don't mess around with my time. If it's time to go, it's time to go. So I left to go to the gym on my own, even though he wanted to work out with me. Point being is that the standard was, hey, I said be ready at 8:15. Ready at 8:15 doesn't mean, hey, man, strolling around, taking it easy, eating your breakfast still. 8:15 means, okay, I'm at the door with my water bottle, my headphones, stretching, ready to roll. So he wasn't up to my standard. Cut him off right there. I'm going to go lift on my own. That's what I did. So you see, you have to have that standard. Because here's what happens. The alternative view would be, hey, man, are you ready yet? Let's go. Nah, I got a few more. Okay, I'll sit around. I'll wait. I'll be in the car. Wait. Okay, so what happens tomorrow? 8:15 becomes 8:30. We repeat that cycle. Hey, man, you ready? Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I still got to do this. Now the next day, 8:15 becomes 8:45. Right? So what am I teaching there? That my time doesn't matter? That he's okay to disrespect my time when I got shit to do? What happens next year when he goes to college and the coach says, hey, bus leaves at 8:10, and he shows up at 8:15 and the bus is already gone? Lose a scholarship. Standards matter when you're trying to be the best of the best. I understand not everybody wants to be the best of the best, and if that's the case, probably not the right podcast for you. But if you want to be the best of the best, standards matter. And therefore, you need to be around people that match your standard for excellence. And for those that don't, again, got to be cold-hearted against that. Right? I forget. It was an early episode where I said you are the culmination of the 5 or 6 people you spend the most time with. This is the scenario, right? We want to love everybody, which you can, but in the world of business, you got to be cold-hearted. You got to protect your energy because it is so freaking hard to be successful. And so if your energy is being diluted out against people that A, complain and don't bring in the solutions. B, the yeah, but person that's always poo-pooing on every idea. Or C, that the person that doesn't live to your standards, you can never, ever, ever reach your goal or the pinnacle of your success because your energy will always be diluted out trying to placate those individuals that can never be satisfied. I'm going to say that again. If you don't be cold-blooded and protect your energy against those 3 types of people, the ones that bring problems and never bring solutions, the ones that are always but shitting on all good ideas or potential ideas, and the third person that is the one that's not living up or doesn't have the same standard as you are diluting. If you want to keep them around you, you can, but you will be diluting so much of your energy that you cannot focus that energy on being successful towards your goals. It is that straightforward because it takes a shitload of energy to be successful. It is so hard. It takes all of you plus to get to that result. And so, even though it's Valentine's Day, where love is all around us, it is always around us. You must be able to be cold-blooded, cold-hearted against those 3 types of individuals. Now, there are a couple other more categories, but predominantly, I know for a fact, every one of you all know at least one of the 3 types of people or one of each of the 3 types of people that I'm talking about. For a fact, you know these people, right? So my advice to you is you don't got to be an asshole about it. You don't got to be mean about it. You got to just say, hey, listen, man, I'm on this pathway, and unfortunately, I cannot get to where I want to go if you're going to be like that. It is what it is. It is what it is. So with that, happy Valentine's Day. I love you all. A lot of love in the world. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for following. I end my show as I end my days when my head hits the pillow, close my eyes. I thank God and the universe again for an opportunity to have been great, an opportunity to hopefully live to my fullest controllable potential, but most importantly, hopefully I've inspired somebody else. All it takes is one person that has been inspired by what I say, what I do, following my example, that helps me propel myself to keep doing this. And so with that, I want to thank you all out there for liking, commenting, following, or sharing the show. Do not owe me this karmic debt. If your knowledge swells, share the show. That is how we grow. So don't owe me this karmic debt. If you found some value in this, please do share the show or support any of the projects that I'm working on. CuraConnector.com, LegacyXToken.com, and most importantly, PFASInjuryAttorney.com. If you know anybody with cancer, anybody, please do send them to our website where they can get more resources about the forever chemical that has been, that's in our water, that has shown to increase the risk of cancer by double. Okay, PFASInjuryAttorney.com. So with that, thank you for listening. If you found value, please do share the show. I look forward to bringing you another episode very, very soon.